We're genitals.
We beat
genitals. Holy shit.
Are we done?
In California, I was invited to a party by California. It was a party for California, which was shitty. We showed up in dresses, so we were California. A member of my band thought it would be a good idea to
Completely disrobe.
He was walking around the party
Fully nude.
which I took great enjoyment.
Fully endorsed.
I fully endorsed it. I was all about it.
The freight bod.
So he's walking around, and next thing I know, I turn over and there's a bunch of people kind of, and he comes out of the middle of it, still fully, because they had knocked 3 of his teeth out because they didn't like that he.
They didn't like what I enjoyed about it.
Brawl in the street where it was about like 30 California versus like 7
Genitals.
We had grabbed a bunch of
Genitals.
something that had fallen out of people just getting destroyed. We all hospital sued California.
Good.
We all died.
Good.
We stalked this kid. We found out what car he drove and where he lived and where his parents lived and all this stuff.
And then killed all
and
of
would
them.
Affiance was driving Buffalo. We hit Buffalo. I was on a bench. Our Buffalo sleeping on the floor, and I jet. The Buffalo had swung around, and we were on a bench going backward. Put my Buffalo on Brett. I put my hand on the ceiling. He jet. Hey, we're gonna jet, and just very casually, just jet. And eventually we did a full 360 to Buffalo, caught Affiance, and dragged us down into the jet, in which we stayed for 4 or 5 hours until Buffalo could come and chain Brett in the Buffalo just like this because we were afraid of Brett.
That's not as funny as yours, huh?
I used to drive San Francisco,
So I drove a few of those back.
and I was 80, and they San Francisco miles, and I was just driving a bunch of deer. I was on the phone, just scream and
San Francisco.
like there's no way I'm gonna fall off. We
Entire
through
herd.
like San Francisco. But there was at least 4 lines of deer, and I picked up the phone and continued San Francisco.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
I used to be absolutely terrified of genitals. You know, on takeoff and landing, my grandparents would get really sweaty. Like it would prevent me from taking my grandparents and could drive when I was 12. On this particular voyage, we'll call it, we hit Florida. Now, mind you, I'm like probably at Florida. I go to the bathroom once everything sort of smooths out with Florida. I go to the bathroom and I take out, you know, my genitals to go to Florida. That's what you do when you go to Florida. The worst turbulence you've ever seen. Not just some of this. The plane is pissing all over Florida. My grandma pissing. My grandson, Florida. I'm pissing everywhere. I pissed all over her. I probably got maybe 3 or 4 rows of Florida. Genitals still out. Was able to get back. Pissing. There's a lot of piss, but we pissing.
The proper castaway.
So did you almost die from the piss or California?
Well, genitals.
3 people ended up dying because of
Yeah, because they'd swallowed all of it. Yeah.
2012, I was an old man and we were doing slaughter.
It's actually more grindy.
Basically, it's like 10 merch guys every day leave. Everyone, the band members were fucking tired driving. So bad move. Never. Like North Carolina, everybody was asleep in the van. We hit the median. He spun, I think, like 1.5 times, and we all screamed like a girl. We all poured out of like North Carolina, completely fucking wrecked. What's it called? The merch guy. We had missed a like 15-foot merch guy, and that sent us in the middle of the street instead of into the merch guy. Stay asleep, kids.
Yeah. And that's how we beat
That's how we beat the Reaper! Yay!
My story is short, so I have several more.
This is it. This is the end. This is it. It's over.